Hey, welcome back to the channel. In today's episode, we're going to be tackling one of the projects I've been most excited for, and that's turning the upper part of our property into a truly unique and usable space. Right now, this area is completely neglected because it's really awkward to get to. The terrain is super uneven, and it's covered in a bunch of dirt, dead grass, and dried up moss, which is masking the beautiful rock slab that's here. Our long-term goal is to utilize all of our property to make as many unique spaces as possible. So let's grab some tools and start digging in. So what I'm quickly realizing is that this is going to take for absolutely ever. I've already taken 4 buckets of soil out of here that's kind of been mixed with some broken up rock. There's been some brick in here, even some nails. So who knows what we're gonna find, but this is pretty darn exciting. So let's keep going. Okay, so it's been about 45 minutes and I just wanted to give an update because this is going so much better than I could have ever possibly imagined. I've been archaeologically digging this out and revealing the most intricately beautiful rock slab. There's a huge 100-year-old tree that used to be there, and I guess the roots were kind of digging through the rock and breaking it up. I'll bring you down the hill with me to get rid of the soil here, and we'll keep on going. This is the scary part where I hope that I don't blow out my knees coming down the sketchy terrain here. Eventually we'll sift through all of this. There is still a bunch of smaller rocks and roots in it. So we'll sift through that and we'll have the most beautiful soil. You can either use it for garden beds or leveling off this area. But let's get back up there, keep on trekking. Update time. It's going pretty well. We're probably done about 1/10 of this upper area. It's getting pretty overwhelming because it's a lot more dirt than I was thinking it would be, but we're gonna keep on pushing forward. I'm pretty exhausted, so we're done for today, but we'll be back tomorrow in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to day 2. Today's plan is to get all the dirt out of this rock face perimeter, so let's just get right on into it. And lift. Ta-da! Day 2 is complete. I got all of this soil out of here. Still super dirty, but eventually we're gonna come back into it with a pressure washer. Probably one of the last larger areas. Still got that huge area over there, but let's go take a look at the piles of dirt I got. Why, hello there. These are my 2 piles of dirt. We got the dirt from day 1. We got the dirt from day 2. This will be super fun to sift through. On to day 3. Whoop-ha! And here we are on day 3. Today, the plan is to try to get rid of all the moss that's along the fence line here. And what I'm hoping for is that all of this is just gonna be a thin layer of moss on top of rock. And I'm hoping that I can just scrub it away with a broom. But we'll see. It seems to be working pretty good. So let's keep on going. So I know what you're probably thinking, and I agree with you. Kind of sucks that all this moss is going to be gone because it was quite honestly one of our favorite parts about the property. But we got to see what's underneath it before we can plan anything long term. And if we need to regrow it, we'll figure out a way to do that. Until then, let's uncover everything and then we can decide what we want to do with the space. So it's definitely not going as quickly as I originally thought it was. The moss on top did come off super nicely, but now that I'm into the very intricate work of carving out the rock, this is definitely going to take a long time. So I'm going to work probably for a few more days without filming anything, but I will show you what I've done now. And here we are. After probably about 35 hours or so of super tedious work, we finally made it down to the base layer of the earth itself. I think it's looking pretty cool, but there's still more work to do. So let's go take a look at it. All of this area is sloping down this way. And then we have this 100-year-old dead tree that I've been talking about. I have this large pile of rock and boulders that came out of there. What I'm gonna try and do, I'm gonna take all the high stuff and just try to equalize it so we have a decent sized flat plane here of earth to work with in the future. I don't really have any idea of what's gonna be under the soil. I'm pretty sure that it's just a bunch of broken up boulder. So it's gonna be another day of some back-breaking labor, but I keep telling myself this only has to be done once and then it will be done forever. So I'm gonna put in the work now so that I can enjoy it all in the future. Step 1, move this entire pile of boulders down there to the bottom. Oh my God. So I just pulled out that huge boulder here, and underneath it looks like it's just a deep pile of loose boulders. There's gonna be quite a bit to go through here before we actually get to the bottom. But like I said, this only has to be done once, and then it's done forever. Oh my goodness. Oh joy. Oh joy. On the bright side, these are going to be great rocks to build that little rock wall over there that's going to support this flat plane. Oh man. I've got to find some more big boulders for that back retaining wall there, so I'm very sorry, Ferns, but you're gonna have to go. Well, it looks like we've got the remaining of the big boulders. Now it's just a bunch of rubble. So let's get through it. Need some more room for our rock plane. This seems sketchy. I feel like this could end wrong. Yeah! Finally this thing's out of the way. I wonder how strong this is though. ain't coming out. I'll have to get an axe or something another day. Yes! Holy moly. I got it out. That's almost a wrap for today, but almost there. 100-year-old tree, no more. A little bit of this and a little bit of that and a little bit of this and a little bit of that. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Heck yeah. All about the details. Way better. Oh my gosh. It's been a long day. But holy, super excited with how this is turning out. I didn't really know where it was gonna go, but we've gotten to a good spot. This could be a sweet little campfire spot. This makes an incredible RC rock crawling course. This is gonna be a sweet addition to our property. Really exciting to get some cement down here or maybe some grass, but that'll be for next season. Until tomorrow, I'm probably going to do a little bit more sweeping here and then I'll show you guys in the morning. Alrighty. It's a new day. Good morning. I cannot believe how much work we put in yesterday. The ground level was like all the way up here and then that rock pile. Really starting to see the potential with this large flat area now. But today I still got to do some final touches. Going to finalize how this edge is going to look and make a nice transition in between the rock face and the lush greenery. Then I want to cut down this tree, which has been in the way. And then I'll come in with a pressure washer and just clean up all of the dirt here on the rock face. So you can see the dramatic difference in between what it looks like when it's just first uncovered and then pressure washed. So once this is all really lit up, it's going to be super nice. Even have a little seat here, which is like directly naturally in the rock face. It's perfect for a campfire spot. So huge potential, and compared to what we started with, this is getting really exciting. So let's get right on into it. I'm gonna grab a shovel and start off with the sides there. So right now what the edge is looking like is all of the ground is kind of rolling up onto the rock face here. But what I wanna do is I wanna cut it all level so that it's all a nice level ground and then it butts up right against the rock face and there's that nice harsh transition in between the nice smooth ground and the rocky terrain. Let's make it happen. Huh. It might actually work quite nicely to just do it like that. And I can peel this back. Oh wow, that's working way better than I thought it was going to. That's just so satisfying. It's like just a thick layer of moss. I think it's gonna require some more work though, so get the shovel again. Look at all this dirt. Pretty thick. This is already looking so much better. Let's hit up that back section. And with just a little bit of content magic, we can make all of this moss disappear. Oh yeah, much better. See, now there's this nice defined line between the ground and the rock. Gonna be real nice. So here's one of the dead trees that's been doing nothing but taking up space and making our place look abandoned. So today, we're gonna take care of it. All right, I think it's ready to go. Yeah, that is way better. I think this side over here could also use some magic. Yep, way better. And why not this spot too? Well, what do you know? That's way easier. Okay, I think we're ready. Let's put some fuel in this pressure washer, put on some rain gear, and get blasting away. Alrighty, the rock slab is finally uncovered. I technically finished about 6 months ago. When I first finished, it was quite jarring to have it completely unfinished feeling, but since then I've done a bunch of projects around it and it's feeling a lot more complete and is quite a stunning little spot. So let's go take a look. As I was saying at the beginning of this video, the goal with this property is to make as many unique spaces as possible. And with this one here, I think we're definitely on the right track. The juxtaposition between the smooth rolling hills of grass and then the super rocky terrain is pretty unique, I would say. One of my favorite things about this space now is all of the texture. There's tons of lines and cracks and really interesting details that have been formed over millions of years in the rock itself. Throughout my life, I've always been into rocks and boulders and really interesting geological rock formations like this. I actually used to compete in bike trials, and where we would hold the competitions, it was very similar to this type of terrain, so for me, it's also quite nostalgic. And on top of that, this makes a perfect RC rock crawling course, as it's essentially a scaled down mountainous formation that I have here in my backyard. With all that being said though, it still feels relatively bare up here. We're gonna have to bring in some trees eventually, some plants, make this an actual usable space. But to be fair, this is already looking so cool as it is, and it's only gonna get better from here. So if you wanna see more, hit that subscribe button and tag along on our journey as we make as many unique spaces as possible on this property. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.